Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is an unboxing and kind of first thoughts, initial review video, and this is going to be for something a company called Spec Precision have sent me. So they contacted me, they actually said, hey, we'd love to send you a couple of our products to review. And the ones that they've sent me are things that I think actually a lot of people in Airsoft are really gonna love or they're gonna be interested in. So I thought, yes, 100% I'll do that video. So this, which I'm gonna unbox and show you in a second, is an EOTech EXPS3 replica. So basically it is going to be, this is a real one. This is $650. This is going to be a replica that is $116. So about a fifth of the price. And we're going to see if it holds up in any way, if it's good quality, and we'll kind of give you guys my thoughts as I kind of compare them side by side. They also sent me another one here, and this is more of a replica of an ACOG. Now, this is going to be saved for another video, so if you would like to see that as well, please do subscribe, like, etc. And I'll get onto that video and I'll do that for you ASAP. But today, the focus is going to be this. So as I said, it's a company called Spec Precision. There'll be a link down below to them, but also to the actual site that you can go and buy if you want to. This, I think, is one of their newer products, and as I said, it's $116. The actual things we're going to go through probably is just like packaging, quality, what the actual reticle's like, and then kind of compare it to the other one. But just to give you an idea of kind of like, it's supposedly aluminium as opposed to like the real steel kind of version, and this is like 7075, so I don't think it's quite as high quality, and we'll kind of get the weight as well. But let's start with the unboxing before I start getting into that stuff. So box is pretty standard. It's obviously got the branding on the box. This is the box that you're going to get with a real steel EOTech. So obviously, you know, this is a plastic case with like slide tube bits in it. You know, it feels quite special when you open it. You know, it's got that kind of thing. This is obviously meant for real steel firearms. It's not really meant for Airsoft. Like, I put them on my Airsoft replicas, but a lot of people, and I included, agree there is no point. Really, it's just kind of going above and beyond for no reason. But obviously the packaging is not going to be the same. It's a fifth of the price. It's just kind of like a cardboard box kind of style one that we have here. And then it looks like we have some foam, which is keeping this guy in place. We have a cleaning cloth right there, and looks like a key piece, basically just, I think, to install the battery. I actually haven't checked this out, but I did install a battery just before because I knew we'd have to do that, and so I didn't want to waste that time for you. Okay guys, so this is what it is like initially when you pull it out. Now, it feels really good quality. I have to say, it's obviously full metal. It is the same kind of finish as on a real steel. So I'm going to show you that and there side by side, so you can kind of get an idea. I'll rest that one on the PEC unit that I've got, but you can see there it's like pretty close. I can't really see much difference between the two of them. They both have, like, to the point now actually where the sticker, which is the laser, kind of class 1 laser product, is almost identical. I think maybe the size of the actual print on it might be slightly different, but the actual sticker itself, the only difference I think is like the border of this one is slightly thicker, of the Repro. The buttons are very similar, but slightly different. They're more gray on the real one. This one here, the real one's on the replica, and this is a replica, it's not a real steel firearm. They're more black, and there's a bit more of a shine to them on the Repro. The NV is not as clear printed on that one as it is on this one. But the size of the buttons are the same. The locations of the screws and what the screws are the same. The actual replica, trademark on it is very similar. This is definitely a bit of a brighter white on the real one. But other than that, I would say they're very, very similar. Now, the big thing I've noticed, I think, is the color of the lens. Now, that's obviously kind of a lot more orangey, reddy tint. This one does not have that same. It's a lot clearer. Obviously, I have a lens protector on this, and I'm not going to take that off just because getting it back on and off is a bit of a nightmare. But you know what? I don't know why I haven't done this. Is I'll remove this from the actual replica. So then we can give it more of a side-by-side comparison. I don't want to drop this. And as I said, like I've got a couple of these and they're great, like amazing. Probably my favorite red dot or replica sight that I have. But they are unbelievably expensive. And if you get this shot, it will break. Like that's not going to do it, which is why I need that lens cover on it. So I'll give you guys quickly just a little roll around. So you can see there the coloring, this redder one here is the replica. The one with the actual lens protector on it is the Repro. Is the EOTech, so sorry. The one with the one with the lens protector on it is real. The one with the orangey reddy lens is the Repro. So like dimensions wise, I think they are almost exactly the same. I can't see any difference. So here, so you can see, like the shape's the same, the size of the battery compartment's the same, the angles on the lenses of the lens protector cover is the same. There's definitely differences, I would say, like in terms of the finish. Like you can see here on the real one, the like plastic is more mottled there, and it's more just of a straight plate plastic. The catches seem to be the same as well. There doesn't seem to be any difference between those, like the same design. Sometimes I'll see it on the repros, they've done it wrong, and the design is like, you know, actual bolt-on, even though this is an EXPS3, which it should have that. Weight-wise, the real one is heavier, but not that noticeable. Like it's definitely, this guy is a heavier sight, but it's not like crazy, crazy different. I wouldn't say it's like, if you didn't know a sight and you pick them both up, you may think this is slightly lighter, but I don't think it's, yeah, it's not really noticeable. Underneath as well, I mean, this is a real repro because they've definitely done all of the actual same pattern number, it seems like, on the bottom. So you can see all of the, maybe these like trademark CE stickers at the bottom, they're slightly different. But other than that, they're all identical. The bolts as well, maybe that back plate, just it's slightly more raised on that one side with these bolts, like inserts there. And obviously like there's a slight change to that, but really, I think you'd really struggle. Like this is even, the Repro's even got this here, which is like made in the USA, which I doubt it is. And it says the address, Plymouth, Michigan, 48170, made in the USA, manufactured February 2025. This one just says EOTech LLC, made in the USA. Yeah, so guys, at the moment, I'm like, wow, this is pretty impressive. Like the only really big difference I can tell so far is that reddish tinge, and that might be an issue for some people. Like if you've got a lens protector on it, it's not going to make as much of a difference, but that for me would give it away slightly, that isn't a real EOTech. Next thing we're going to look at is going to be the actual reticle, which I think is probably the most important. Now, so build quality, I would say really good. Obviously, I haven't tested it, so I haven't dropped it. And that might be something that will affect, you know, like I'm sure it will break a lot easier than a real EOTech because these are really built to last. But you get that quality that I would say it's not like I pick it up and I'm like, wow, this is plastic. This is definitely very, very close. I mean, it's $116, which is still a lot of money. So you'd expect it to be well built. What else? We've got laser etched markings, the weight and the size. I'm looking at the features right now. Mounting system is exactly the same. Optical performance. So let's see this. So it says it's got lens clarity and reflectivity. It does not have the mirror effect. Now that's going to be a big thing because I don't like it when you get some kind of like feedback mirror. Sharp reticle, strung and under strong light, which is what we need to be able to see it in daylight. How it works with both eyes open. We'll check that in a second. And obviously it works with the same magnifiers. You can buy a magnifier from Spec Precision as well, but it works with the same magnifiers because it's the same dimensions as the other one. So what I'm going to do is put both of these on and I'll give you my initial thoughts. Okay, so there's definitely some differences. Now I'm going to turn the brightness up pretty high on both of them. And then you'll be able to see. So it looks like there's a difference in size. Not a huge difference, but the actual Repro, the Spec Precision one, is a larger reticle. It's also like more of like a defined, clear, smooth looking reticle. The EOTech one has this kind of like dotty grittiness to it, which I think actually is, obviously they've tested it and they've done it that way. But that's like what you expect. But it is the same reticle in terms of like the actual like design of it. It's that kind of bigger, I think it's like 5 MOA circle with a, it's bigger than that. It's like a 36 MOA circle with a 1 MOA dot in the middle, or a 2 MOA dot. And it's kind of got the strafe points. One big thing that I am noticing is that you've got the actual shining of the reticle on the back here. So I'll show you guys, because you're probably thinking, why aren't you just showing us this? Okay, so let's try and do that. So this is the real one here. And as you can see, like the reticle is there. I'm trying to get this lined up. There you go. There's the reticle. And you can see what I mean. It's kind of like a gritty red kind of area there. The shine that you're going to see there, that's mainly from the actual lens protector. And then you've got this guy. As you can see, like the actual reticle is there. It's not as like gritty. It's a much smoother look. And the big thing that I check is when it's looking at the edges, like the sides there, because I've had some cheaper red dots, and as soon as they get to the top edge or the side edge, the actual reticle starts to warp and it doesn't look good. The big difference that I can tell is you see that red dot right there. That's where the reticle is shining from at the back of the sight, and it's shining it up onto there. So when you're using the sight, if you look really like close down, you are seeing it. It's definitely something you can see. Brightness is really good. I wouldn't say it's like as bright in terms of like the deep red brightness that you're going to get from the real steel, but it's definitely bright enough. Like I've got both eyes open here and I can very clearly see it. I'm not getting any warping. Maybe it's the tiniest bit of like warping when it gets right to the edge of the sight, but in terms of the actual rest of it, like I can't see anything as I'm going around. It might be like a slight size difference warp, like as you get right to the edge. But compared to like any of the other repros I've seen, it's actually like, it's really, really good for that. Maybe a slight mirroring effect. It's almost like I can see a slight secondary reticle, but it really isn't noticeable. I don't know if you can see, I'm just gonna try and, there's almost like a slight halo that you get just when you're kind of looking at it in the right direction. There you go. But to be honest, guys, for $100, and it basically looks and feels like an actual EOTech, I'm pretty impressed. Okay, so in terms of, to turn this off, I push both buttons at the same time, and that turns it off. If I want to turn it on, I'm just pushing one button, and that's going to turn it on, as you can see there. If I push both buttons on the side at the same time, that turns it off. So that's off. With this one, we'll see if that does the same. Okay, so if I push both buttons, it doesn't turn off. I have to hold them for a second. So there's a difference there. It's not instant pushing the buttons. If I push them both together, then it will turn it off after a second. And the actual up button turns it on, that's fine. Now this also does have night vision functionality apparently. I'm not gonna be able to test that because we're not in the night right now, but it does have the night vision button here. So when I push that, you'll see the reticle goes away, but it is still on. And I'm gonna push the button again just to show you that it comes back. There it is for the daylight use. There's a lot of glare from the window there where it's kind of showing that red reflection on both this and that. That is not the case. Like I would say, don't think about like the glare we're getting with the actual, like looking at the windows behind. I would just focus on the reticle because that's definitely not what we're seeing. What I'm seeing anyway, sorry. So let me just see, can we give you, so there's one. I've turned this one off, so that might be why. So there is one reticle. No, I've turned this one off. Okay, here we go. Here's the reticle side by side. There's the reticle from the real one. And there is the reticle from the fake one. fake one with the red, real one. So you can see there, you kind of get the edge there. It just goes all the way around. So guys, I mean, I would say I'm very impressed with this. Obviously, like, take my words with a, I have sent this to me for free, and this will be a giveaway for one of the channel members. So if you want to become a member and get one of these, then please do join the membership below, and we do regular giveaways of everything I'm sent. But I have to say, yeah, for $116, I'm pretty impressed. So controls are pretty much the same. Not identical, but they're very, very close. What else have we got? The mount stability, let's check that. Let's see how this mounts. You obviously, like, I think the differences I've noticed so far is the reticle's slightly different. It's like not as good, I presume. Like, I wouldn't see both of them be like one's way better than the other, but I know that this is a tried and true and tested sight, and this is definitely different. So I presume that's going to be a lot better. But it is not like, this is very, very good. This is pretty bright out here today, and I can very clearly see that. So that's gonna be one difference. The other is gonna be that red tinge on the actual glass. The other is gonna be, you just have to hold down the up and the down button, the increase and decrease the brightness button for about a second, as opposed to it being instant when you want to turn it off. We'll see what this is like, but other than that, and slight weight difference. It's the same here, where I need to push down this clip to then remove here. That doesn't feel maybe as solid. If I put this onto my rail, what's going on there? Yeah, and that's solid. So this is not built, just to remember guys, this is not built for a real steel firearm. So I don't know if it was hold 0, if it is using like real steel firearm recoil, but the actual, like, this is solid. Like, I've just put that in there to remove it. I just push that in and then I flick this tab. But like the actual, like, it's solid on the rail. So I think that's all good. So yeah, guys, it's $116. I would definitely say for that money, I mean, like, I'm really stupid and I spend that much money on a real EOTech. That's $650. But for $116, and you could have 5 of these for 5 different of your replicas for the same on that, I would definitely say I think it's a pretty good deal for that. I haven't looked at that many other EOTech replicas, but I'm pretty impressed with this. I think I had one that I bought a long, long time ago, and it definitely was not very good. Or I've had like the Trigicon ones where it's, you know, like $70 instead of 600, and like the quality is so different. It's obvious. The quality is definitely different. It's more like you can tell the differences, as opposed to me being like, wow, this one is way better than this one. This is definitely a deeper red. It's a smaller reticle. This one is bigger, cleaner lines. It's not as like gritty. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed. All right, guys, so that's going to round it up. As I said, I'll put a link down below for this if you're interested in getting it. I don't think I have a discount code, but if I do, it will be in there so you can check it out. Please do let me know what you think, and if you have any specific questions about this, and I'll try and get you some more feedback, or I'll do a deeper dive into it if that's something you'd like. And definitely subscribe. I've got the next video is going to be this ACOG. I don't have a real ACOG to compare it to, but I'm very excited for this because I think it's going to look quite cool on a couple of my replicas. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I will see you all very soon, and have a great day wherever you are. Goodbye.